Welcome into the live stream from McCready and Siskey, powered by Rain Total Body Fuel. I'm Neal. That is Tyler here.
What it is, sir.
How are you, sir?
Doing great.
Here on this Monday afternoon, President's Day.
Miss Laura's birthday.
Laura's birthday. So a big Monday. Got soccer on one screen, college baseball on another screen, just looking for live sports.
Live sports.
You know, I've been told I say too many, I speak too many things that aren't about sports. And so I'm searching for a sports diet of sports.
Somebody's on your ass about that?
I've been told that, I need to be watching my,
Who said that?
I'd rather not say.
Okay. No sense in being mean.
No. So I'm watching soccer and got baseball, just sports.
Sports everywhere.
Sports everywhere. Just look at, it's FCA and KN, and boy, look at that. Look at the drama. All the people that are there, just standing room only to watch this.
Who is this?
I do not know.
Okay.
FCA.
All right, sounds right.
I think Fellowship of Christian Athletes against Kane.
I tell you what, they're cold in Fayetteville, Arkansas right now.
And they look like they're cold in Fayetteville. I think we talked to Caroline yesterday, who said that they're expecting, maybe both of the girls said they're expecting like 6 inches of snow there tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yes, the Arkansas game is live. It's the only live baseball game that I could find on the ESPN app.
Okay.
That's why I put it on there. And I'm seeing my money go to work, all that NIL money that I sent to the Hogs. Yeah, we're on our way to 4-0. Clearly, we're demolishing Washington State. We got bases loaded in the 5th.
Love it.
This kid that's at the plate right now, if he gets a hit, he obviously got some of my NIL contributions. If he doesn't, then he didn't.
He didn't get yours.
I didn't pay for that. That's not what I pay for right there.
Yeah, he let that one. He swung at the old 57-footer right there.
Oh, that's right. Canada and Finland are on. I'll flip that on here in a minute. Got a little hockey. Did you see we'll talk about it in a minute. We had a patriotic sports weekend.
Did not watch it. I saw everything on Twitter, but I did not watch it.
Yeah, patriotic sports weekend. By God,
let's go.
Don't sing about it. Don't boo our anthem. I'll tell you, that's a good way to get your ass kicked by the Kachuk brothers.
Yeah, Trump got a
Trump put the beast on. We're back.
Hey, we're back.
I'm sorry. When I say we are back,
America.
All of America. Everyone. Peace, love, joy. Peace, love, joy. Peace, love, joy.
You ain't right.
All right, here we go.
Let's do it.
Welcome into episode 261 of McCready and Siskey, powered by Rain Total Body Fuel. I'm Neal McCready. That is Tyler Siskey here on this President's Day. All presidents, all of them, all 47.
47.
All 47 presidents. How many repeat presidents? We have a repeat president now.
2, right?
There's 2, right? That got elected, left office, got reelected.
2.
So I guess the 45 technically presidents.
That is true.
So happy President's Day to all of them.
All of them. Question.
All of them.
That'd be a great trivia question you could get people on.
Don't want to pick favorites. God knows we don't want to do that. So happy President's Day. We're brought to you on President's Day and all other days by Rain Total Body Fuel, 300 milligrams of natural caffeine, BCAAs, electrolytes, 0 sugar. It's got what you need to push the limits and achieve your goals. Check them out on Instagram at Rain Body Fuel to learn more.
Scoops, I'm rocking With Tropical, which I'm just going to continue to rock with. I love it. I can't get enough of it. I think I've had one just about every day for like the last 3 weeks. I love it. So I recommend everybody go get you a Tropical.
Absolutely.
It's good stuff. Scoops, the Cooper Chevrolet Buick GMC Hyundai chat is already bumping, and you have right now brand new incentives now available for the 2025 Chevrolet Silverado 1500. With all combined discount offers, you could save over $13,500 off MSRP right now on the brand new 2025 Chevy Silverado 1500. Call our good friends at Cooper Chevrolet at area code 256-236-4481. That's area code 256-236-4481. And tell them that your two favorite ball-headed dudes sent you to them. Scoops are also brought to you by our good friends at PTG Outdoors. They are a Camus boats dealer. They have both fresh and saltwater boats. They sell and service Mercury outboards. They do custom marine electronic installations with Garmin, Humminbird, and Low Ranch products. You can get all of your fishing needs and custom golf cart retrofits where they replace all of the batteries with a single lithium battery. Located right there in Grenada, Mississippi. You can give them a call at 662-459-9311 or go to ptgoutdoors.com. That's right, ptgoutdoors.com, and get your favorite outdoors person something special just to tell them, you know what, I appreciate you.
Yeah, for sure.
Scoops, how about this? We got a new one from County Line Campers, the official RV dealer of McCready and Siskey. Hey, South Mississippi, why settle for a regular getaway when you can take the party on the road? We're kicking off our annual RV grass sales event here at County Line Campers in Gulfport, Mississippi. Where are they located, Scoops? They're right there off I-10, exit 38 in Gulfport, Mississippi. Go check them out. How about this? You can get a brand new untroubled Mercedes diesel Class C motorhome now for $94,995.
No way.
Right now.
No way.
Right now.
I don't believe it.
Check this out. You can go get a brand new Gulfstream bunkhouse travel trailer right now for $16,899.
That'd be a great birthday present right there.
I mean, how about that?
I mean, how about that?
How about that? So go check our good friends at County Line Campers for those deals. Are you looking for an upgraded?
Of course.
We need your trade. Trade in your RV to County Line Campers. Roll away with financing options that fit your budget. Any new RV purchase comes with a free, check this out. Any new RV purchase comes with a free Yeti Tundra.
No way.
Filled with your Mardi Gras essentials. Your favorite beverage.
They'll fill it up?
Is on you. Sure will.
Oh, my goodness.
Come see us 7 days a week right there in Gulfport. And make sure you go follow them on. If you're on YouTube right now anyway, go ahead and go to County Line Campers on YouTube and hit that follow button for them. And check out Miss Destiny's walkthrough videos and all the brand new motorhomes right there. RVs at County Line Campers. Let's go.
It's incredible.
Let's go.
That's amazing. How was Mobile?
Brother, shout out to Mobile.
Yeah. I hadn't been in a long time.
I will say this. The wife and I were having a lot of discussion. We spent a lot of time together the last couple of days.
Yeah. Moving back.
Brother, I'm being serious when I tell you this.
Yeah.
When you go to Mobile or go to the coast, everybody's got your spot.
Yeah.
And you take a deep breath. And I tell my wife, when you can get your hydration and your electrolytes in the oxygen that you breathe, you could smell that little hint of the Gulf.
Yeah.
The little hint of the Gulf. And you got all that
thick, salty air.
Humid air hits those lungs.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden you feel hydrated because you're breathing in water.
Never really thought about it that way.
I'm sure it works some way. I'm sure there's some science behind that. But look, it's just, it makes you feel home. But look, I will say this, shout out to the city of Mobile. I haven't been back. Like I said, it's probably been 2018 since I've been back, like back. They cleaned up downtown. I'm talking about like once you leave, like used to be Midtown, all that had been not rundown's not the right word, but Midtown, all that was
it was getting run down.
It was getting run down.
Yes, brother.
They have built so many new. They got a Publix right there past that. I mean, they got so many new.
I saw a video from the Publix on Florida Street.
That's what Laura was telling me downstairs. I didn't see that one.
A lot of energy. A lot of energy in that Publix.
The downtown area is so cleaned up. Very, very nice. Used to be, hey, I could go get to this bar, but you had to walk through some rough streets to get there.
Yep.
No, everything's very clean. The police presence was unbelievable. So we hit it. We stayed downtown at the Admiral.
Okay.
And
that's on Water Street?
It's on actually Government Street.
Okay, Government Street.
But it's right there on the corner right before you go to the Battle House. It's right on the turn right there at the Only Water. And
GJG says a friend of his owns a brewery in downtown Mobile.
Yeah, dude. It's
how about that? I don't think there was a brewery in downtown Mobile when we were there.
Scoops. The amount of restaurants and breweries and bars and just activities, adult activity places to do in downtown Mobile. I'm not shitting you, it's probably 15 times what it was in 2018.
Wow.
Like
I mean, I've been gone since 2008.
You know, like when you would go downtown off Dolphin and Canal and all that and
Yeah.
Government, like there was just a bunch of empty buildings. Every one of them slammed full of new restaurants and this and that. It's just they have
Really?
yeah, it's unbelievable what they got down there. And we went to.
I mean, I'm genuinely blown away.
Yeah,
I mean, good for them. I'm thrilled for the
so you
city.
remember where the Hampton Inn was? Is like off of the
Yes.
like the square or whatever it was, like all
Yes.
those square parks. They've updated. I mean, everything's just super clean. People were everywhere. I mean,
The Civic Center got damaged recently, right?
Yeah, the Civic Center's off. They're redoing that. They're blowing that one up anyway. They were already doing away with it.
Oh, okay. Mother Nature just did them a favor.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so just unbelievable that we went to dinner. We went to the Chargers played St. Paul's on Friday night.
Yeah.
And
How we do?
3-0 against St. Paul's through
A win?
3-0.
Okay. That'll show St. Paul's.
They're good though. They had 8 kids that have already signed, so they're good players.
Not good enough.
But we had 3 pitchers throw really good.
Mm-hmm.
I think they threw a combined 1 hitter. Our 3 guys did.
How about that?
Yeah, they were playing well, and then beat Saraland 4-0 on Saturday. So
I saw you had some shrimp.
All right, so
Shrimp
yeah,
and
we got
potatoes at a high school. That's
yeah,
so that's dealing.
So got to do some, make sure we understand. So I went to St. Paul's. We decided we talked about it last year. We were going to do concession stand reviews last year. We only had like 10,000 people following us on social media combined. Now we're over 100,000.
Yeah.
So it makes a little bit more sense to do it this year.
Yeah.
A little bit more interaction.
You might have put some pressure on Saraland moving forward.
Yeah. So go to St. Paul's. That was the first one.
You had a hot dog.
I had they had Conecuh
Okay.
dogs.
Conecuh
sausage.
Dog.
Look,
all right.
if you're from Alabama.
Because that's not really a hot dog.
No, it's a smoked sausage, but it's the shape of a hot dog.
Yes.
Okay, but it's real. So
yeah.
The Conecuh dog was phenomenal at St. Paul's. I was waiting on the shrimp. They were still doing it. I got too hungry and I wasn't waiting, so I had to go. I was ready to eat.
Oh, so they were doing shrimp at St. Paul's
They
too?
did. So the wife ends up, after I did the review, they got the shrimp done. The wife went to go get the shrimp. Okay. So I did
the wife being
my wife Erin. Yes.
Okay.
She got the shrimp and they had potatoes. They had everything. They had the whole deal. And their shrimp were huge.
Yeah.
However, even if you compare St. Paul's had the better Conecuh dog because their bun was a little moist. They had it wrapped up. Their bun was.
Saraland had Conecuh dogs too?
Saraland also had Conecuh dogs and a shrimp bowl too. Their shrimp, which I tested, was better than St. Paul's shrimp, but St. Paul's Conecuh dog.
What was better about it? Spicier?
Just the spice, the whole.
Yeah, just the whole experience.
Yeah, it was a little bland.
You were referencing some sort of a sauce.
So Bayou sauce.
What is that like?
It's kind of like it's a Bayou version of Yum Yum sauce. Probably the best way to describe it.
Okay.
Little of that, but did that. So we're going to do the concession stand reviews. We got Tupelo coming up Friday.
There's a lot of pressure on Tupelo after that because Tupelo's probably not going to have the shrimp boil going on.
No, you can't. Everybody's got their thing though. That was kind of what started this conversation last year. Everybody's got their thing. I don't remember who it is that we play. It's in our region. It's either Lewisburg or Hernando or somebody has like Rendezvous barbecue nachos. Like they take barbecue from Rendezvous and put it on barbecue, make barbecue nachos.
Okay.
And that was fire. Like every concession stand, it's kind of like gas stations are in Mississippi. I mean, every concession stand's got their thing. You know, some people got fried cheese sticks. Some people, everybody's got their thing. The only rules we have stipulations is if we're doing hot dogs, they got to be on the grill. I'm not doing boiled hot dogs.
Yeah, for
Don't
sure.
do it. It's against my religion.
I'm totally with you.
It's against my religion.
I understand.
So we're not
That's
doing.
how I am about mayonnaise. It's nothing personally about mayonnaise. My religious beliefs do not allow me to consume it. It's as simple as that.
Yeah. So yeah, we did those, and then we went to dinner at Dumb Waiter. It's phenomenal.
That's not a nice thing to say. The name of the place. I thought you said you had a dumb waiter.
It's the name of the place. It was phenomenal.
At least the guy was trying.
They had. I mean, it was great. And then the only complaint I had about Dumb Waiter was they were out of oysters.
What'd you have at Dumb Waiter?
I actually had a ribeye, and ribeye. They had goat cheese, a ribeye, 16-ounce ribeye on top of goat cheese mashed potatoes.
Oh,
and then I had cheddar grits to go with it as the other side.
So
phenomenal.
You had mashed potatoes.
Then I had a homemade.
And you had mashed potatoes and grits.
Oh yeah. And then I subbed the asparagus for the for the grits. I gotta get cheese grits. They got cheese grits.
Carb loading.
Yeah, I had to get prepared. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Got to feed this brain. Keep that CTE away.
Yeah.
And then had homemade peanut butter pie.
Oh wow. Yeah, that's pretty good.
That was good.
That's good stuff.
And then Aaron had like catch of the day. I don't remember what it was. Black and catch of the day. I don't remember what it was. But when you go to the coast and you eat the fish, like people, if you go here, no offense to anybody in Oxford, so don't get your thongs in a wad. There's difference in eating fish at a restaurant and eating shrimp on the coast there is off the coast.
Yes.
When you can taste the salt water still in the damn thing.
Of course.
Like, they just caught that sumbitch this morning.
Oh, I've had people, it's been so long, no ask anymore, but when we first moved here, like, what do you miss about the coast? There was a place, and I can't remember the name of it. It's not complicated. Laura will probably, if she hears this, she'll probably text it to me. But there was a place where we would go get fresh tuna caught like that day.
Yeah, you can go
It was
anywhere by
something
you.
market in Daphne.
Yeah, you can go anywhere on. Daphne's got a few places. I don't know the name. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
I don't remember the name.
Right there off of the causeway.
Yeah, I would go. There's a place in the bayou you can go and get it, and by La Battery, and you can get them down there by Dolphin Island. But I mean, this is just different, man.
But we'd get the tuna caught like that morning.
Yeah,
and you could just get the grill hot, 30 seconds each side, take it, you're done. It was phenomenal.
When I was at St. Paul's,
I missed that so much.
When I was
you can't go to Crozier.
No, you ain't going
and because that got caught in Vietnam last April, and has been frozen solid since.
Yeah,
and it doesn't taste anything like tuna.
Or you go to when I was at St. Paul's,
it tastes like an oil spill in the Gulf of Tonkin.
Yeah. Brett Rutledge, who worked at St. Paul's when I was there, he would fish that was like a side hustle of his. He would go fishing and sell his fish.
Okay.
Well, he would. I don't even know when he slept, but we would come to the work at 7:00, and he'd be out back cleaning his boat from fishing all night, and he would cut up fillets and send stuff home with us that he caught that night. I mean, it just the fresh fish was awesome. Yeah. But hey, the other shout out I want to say to Mobile,
okay,
is when I say you felt completely safe, there is a shout out to the freaking city of Mobile. How about this? They had in the streets, they had the big signs that stopped. They had like a temporary, I guess is what it would be, but it was like a thing that they could raise where you couldn't drive the car through.
Barriers.
A barrier, but it was like a temporary one that they put there.
The big concrete ones that come up.
And then on the sidewalks, they had these big ass orange things that were bolted into the sidewalks where cars couldn't come up on the sidewalks.
Oh, that's good.
And so they had, the whole damn.
Because Mardi Gras is on its way.
Yeah, well, Mardi Gras started Friday, so they had one parade Friday night. They had 3 on Saturday while we were there.
Oh, okay.
And so when we went to dinner, we got trapped like inside of one of the squares because it was blocked barriers.
Did you go to a parade?
Well, I didn't have a choice. I was there because when we left the restaurant, we were the start of the first parade. We had to sit through 2 parades.
Did you catch any beads?
No, I tried to flash them. They did not respond. Joking. I did catch a football. I don't know what I did with it. Somebody threw a football. I caught it.
Are you telling me that you showed a bunch of women your breast and they still didn't throw you some beads?
No.
That is so...
It's rude.
People are just not nice anymore.
This is double standard that we live in this country. I don't understand
that's what's wrong.
I don't understand it. I did not do that, by the way. My wife would have killed me. But when we left and went back, so we're standing...
See, there I go being political again.
Yeah. This is not a joke. If you took a 50-foot radius around where I was standing.
Okay.
There were 3 cops on horseback. What did I say? On horse.
On horse.
Yeah, on horse. They were.
They were on the horse.
They had one of those massive, like temporary deals, towers that somebody stands in with the cameras and stuff all around it. They had 2 regular police officers standing on the barrier, and they had motorcycle police that constantly would be by every float all the way down. And on the other side, so you know how you have the regular fence barriers, and the other side, they had 3 riot cops like in riot gear.
Uh-huh.
And then they had every like block looked like a SWAT squadron.
How about that?
They had about 4 or 5 guys with.
I wonder if they'd had a threat or something, or they were just being preventative.
I think they were
getting out ahead.
If you were a police officer, within an hour and a half, I imagine you were at that. I mean, it was that many. I'm not joking.
Well, good for them.
There's probably 1,000.
Because you want people to be able to feel safe when they're out Mardi Gras-ing.
Then I'd like to give
participating in the revelry.
Yeah, and then I'd like to give a really special shout out to the female police officer that probably could have taken me to jail.
Here we go.
So when we came back from the baseball game, the second game, they'd already stopped the traffic. So I had to park. I couldn't park at the hotel. I had to park in like a public parking lot and then walk to the hotel. Well, after dinner, Aaron said, why don't you go get the car and park it at the hotel? Great idea. For an hour, I drove around the streets of Mobile trying to find access back. They kept having roadblocks and all that stuff. Well, they start clearing things off. And, dude, I see a straight shot right to the hotel, about 4 blocks. I can see the hotel at the end of a 4-block deal. There's nobody on this road. So I'm driving very slow because I know there's people out. I'm driving very slow. I get all the way to the end of this thing, and then a Mobile police officer, lady, female, jumped on the hood of the car and said, "You're driving the wrong way down a one-way street."
Unbelievable.
And thank goodness I had not had a drop to drink.
She'd pull you out.
Oh, she rolled down the window and got after me. And I said, "My bad. I'm sorry." And she let me go. She goes, go that way and find a different way back. She could have been ugly to me, but she wasn't. Thank you. Very nice of you.
How
about that? So there you go.
Well, sometimes it's just nice for someone to be kind. A little kindness. Kindness can go a long way. That's life advice. That's my life advice. Just try to be kind. You know me.
You're kind.
I'm kind.
All the time.
All the time. Think about me. Say, someone describe Neal McCready, and the first thing they'll say is, he's kind. That's life advice presented by Cole Walters of State Farm Insurance. Cole is licensed in auto, home, life, health, business, and pet insurance for the whole state of Georgia. Contact Cole at 706-525-7850. You can also find him at ColeWaltersInsurance.com. And you know what we're going to call that? We're going to call that the fresh move of the week. You're going down the wrong way, getting saved by a cop. That's brought to you by Wendy's, because when it comes to making the best hamburgers around, the basic matters. And Wendy's, well, they really got those burger basics on lock, and boy, does it show. So what's the secret to all those hot and juicy hamburgers? It's simple. Wendy's always crafts their hamburgers with that fresh, never frozen beef they're famous for.
We're done with saucy nugs. We're on the beef hamburgers.
We're on the beef. The result?
It's
hot
depressing.
And juicy, beefy hamburger perfection every time.
Saucy. Juicy.
No matter which hamburger you order, spicy, from the Wendy's menu, you already know that thanks to those Wendy's burger basics, it's going to be exactly what you were craving. I mean, as long as what you crave is a hot and juicy hamburger, a hamburger made fresh just for you, not waiting for you, Wendy's has it. After all, the perfect burger doesn't spend its time waiting around.
Juicy.
So just for you, it's got to be Wendy's. Fresh is kind of their thing, you know. Fresh beef available in the contiguous U.S., Alaska, and Canada, not Hawaii. Not Hawaii. Go to Wendy's. Taste the difference in a hamburger.
You know why? Because they can't get the fresh beef to Hawaii before it spoils. It won't be fresh anymore.
That's a long way for a cow to swim.
It's a long way. That's a long swim. They can still walk from Washington to Alaska.
Oh yeah, you could walk to Alaska.
Yeah, can't do that.
You can't walk to Hawaii.
Can't do it.
I mean, not many people can. Let's put it that way.
Only the few, us mere mortals, we can swim. Just an afternoon
swim. That'd be a hell of a swim.
Scoops, do you know what?
I don't.
Do you know what would have happened if she would have thrown me in jail and taken away my car? Do you know what I'd had to do?
Get a Garmin?
I would have had to go to Kia of Meridian. Right now, big savings are happening right now at Kia of Meridian. You can get $10,000 in rebates and 0% financing on select vehicles. Plus, for a limited time, we're matching your down payment up to $2,500. That's right. That means more car for your money all month long.
That means a $5,000 down payment, but you only pay half of it.
What are we doing?
I mean, unbelievable.
Unbelievable. Don't wait. These deals won't last long. Visit Kia of Meridian today. Kia of Meridian, where great deals drive home with you. Call them at area code 601-483-6444. And you know what? When you go there with your $2,500,
are you really going to say
and
it?
you put that down?
Hold on.
And they match it.
Are you saying you put $2,500 down?
Down.
They match $2,500, and then there's more.
And there's more.
More.
You're going to spin the wheel.
Oh, my God.
And win great prizes like
Wow.
a PS5, an Xbox, a TV, and more. So go see our good friends at Kia of Meridian.
It's too good to be true.
Scoops. Also, would have saved trouble. I wouldn't have had to worry about going to the hotel if I just gonna see my good friends Rob at County Line Campers and taking an RV and set it up like everybody else. A lot of RVs down there. I bet a bunch of those people bought RVs from County Line Campers
you could have put your beads in there.
And you could have put a lot of beads.
So many beads.
So many beads. South Mississippi, Alabama. What does it matter where you're located? Where are they located? I-10, exit 38, Gulfport, Mississippi. Open 7 days a week.
That's every day.
Every day. Every day. Why settle for a regular getaway when you can take it on the road? We're kicking off our annual RV grass sales event here at County Line Campers in Gulfport with deals like this. How about this? How about a brand new prime time Tracer bunkhouse travel trailer? Now only.
Hold on, let me guess. $700,000.
$24,995. Look at that discount.
Wow,
that's a deal.
Oh, it's
or what about this? The brand new Cardinal 4 slide front living, 43 foot.
Okay, let me guess.
Fifth wheel. Now only
$1.7 million.
$59,995.
Wow, unbelievable.
Let's go. Give them a call. Are you looking for an upgrade? We need your trade. Rollaway financing options that fit your budget. With any new RV purchase comes a free Yeti Tundra filled with all of your Mardi Gras essentials. Your favorite beverage is on you. Come see us 7 days a week right there on I-10, exit 38 in Gulfport, Mississippi. And make sure if you're on YouTube listening right now, go to County Line Campers. Hit that subscribe button on County Line Campers on YouTube and watch Miss Destiny's videos on all her YouTube channels. All right.
While you're hitting the like button, hit the like button here on McCready and Siskey.
Let's do that too.
Let's do that. Let's see what happens. One of you hit the down button. I mean, that's mean.
Somebody hit the down button?
They did. Somebody did. Somebody doesn't like us.
Nah.
Somebody rejected the show. Hey, look. You know what they say? You can't make everyone happy.
Somebody on one of the somebody commented on one of the I don't know if it was Instagram, YouTube, whatever. My wife was reading through the comments, and she goes, "This guy's a dick." And I said, "Let me guess." And I said the name. She goes, "How did you know? You already seen it?" I was like, "No, some guy's like life agenda is to he's got to be the most miserable person ever. He's just like womp womp womp. McCready and Siskey put out a new video. Let me be an asshole. Womp womp womp." I mean, it's every damn video. And so he's probably the asshole. Like, thanks for listening, though, dog. You're helping out the viewership. Yeah. Appreciate you. All right, moving on before we get to hoops. I know you were excited. You missed it. I got to give a shout out. This is very impressive. I got something that's substantial.
I will tell you, I was going to watch the 500, and I was in here. I was on Peloton. I turned it on, but they had on last year's 500 because I guess there was a rain delay. And then I never remembered to go check it again.
All right, so Daytona 500 was yesterday. It started at like 1 o'clock.
So the effort was there.
They ran 11 laps, and then rain came, which I was surprised they even started. But I think they started because the president was there. But anyway, they usually would just not start it and just wait, but they went ahead and started it.
Hell, he ran the first lap in the Beast.
Yeah, he took 2 laps in the Beast. He got a huge standing ovation and did a flyby on Air Force One and got everybody fired up. But here's all kidding aside.
It was a patriotic weekend.
NASCAR got smart.
Okay.
I've been saying this for years, and they got smart because I saw the effect that it had in my house with my young ones.
Okay.
So HBO Max, I never saw
you sent me this.
I never saw an advertisement for it. Okay. I had no clue that this was happening. I just happened during the rain delay to click on HBO Max looking for something and saw it. HBO Max had every single car had an in-car camera. Every single driver had an in-car camera that was basically sitting in the passenger seat. And it was a separate channel. You could go through all 41 drivers, pick any driver that you wanted. You clicked on it, and you got a full stream.
You saw what he saw.
And then you were in his headset.
Oh.
And so you could hear all the talking that was going on in the headsets. And so what I did is I got all those TVs. I put up all the guys that I had fantasy or had bets on and listened to them. And, brother, it was my Knox is 9 years old.
Yeah.
He was locked in because it was like he's playing a video game. It's the same view they get from playing video games. In the in-car view.
Makes sense.
And even Jackson, my 18-year-old, he likes F1. He was watching it. Like, it was very, and if you like to listen to headset communication, like, it was awesome. So HBO Max, I don't know if they're doing that the whole year.
You can hear them talking to like their
everything that went on their headset. just like you're a coach on your headset. You were listening to everything, and all the communication. That was awesome. And then I had obviously the main race going. So that was a big move, I think, for NASCAR to help draw some younger people in. But I will say this: Austin, I know, is a big NASCAR guy. They did do something that created a unique dynamic in the race, and I'm not. They probably need to review this before they move on.
Is this the plate?
Yeah, so in plate races. All right, so there is a rule that they're calling the Xfinity, obviously for money, but it's called the fastest lap. And so they keep up with lap speeds, and what they're doing is every race, whoever has the fastest lap of the race, whatever driver is going to get a bonus point for championship standings.
You know what would be cooler if they let him spin the wheel?
Oh, if they let him spin the wheel?
Can you imagine?
Oh, dude.
Anyway,
that's what they should do.
I interrupted. I'm sorry.
That's all right. So in normal racetracks, it'll be fine. But the way that how I figured this out is I had Carson Hocevar, who was the rookie of the year last year.
Okay.
I had him in my fantasy.
In your fantasy
NASCAR lineup. Thank you.
Just want to clear.
No Tucker. And so,
hey Carson, I'm Tyler. You're my fantasy.
You're my fantasy. And there's nothing unusual for plate races for guys to drive around in the back for the first 180 laps and then go to avoid the wrecks. Nothing new. But I kept noticing that a group of about 5 cars.
Okay, can I ask us a question?
Yeah.
I'm curious. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're good.
Wouldn't you want to be up front, right? Because if you're in the back and a wreck happens in the middle, you're like, I saw this one dude yesterday. He's minding his own business in the middle, right? And he's just going
in the very, 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 very front.
Yeah.
Or
close to it.
Or in the back.
Yeah. Because he's kind of back I don't know where he was, but he's in the middle of the track.
Yeah.
And he's just minding his own business, staying in his lane, and all of a sudden all hell breaks loose in front of him. And
you're done.
There was nothing he could do.
Yeah, well, that's why they do. They stay way back in the back, and they can have time to avoid, right? So that's been going on for years. But I noticed yesterday that it was some weird racing going on. I kept seeing Hocevar going from 38th to 29th, then 38th. I'm like, what the hell is he doing? So when I turned on his channel, that group of about 5 cars were hanging about 2 seconds behind the pack. And then they were alternating, and what they were doing is for 175 laps, they did this. Okay? This thing went on for hours. They would just alternate, swap turns. They would use the 4 or 5 cars. They would keep the draft, and they would get full speed. So they're going really fast. And they would catch the little small pack in the back. They would slingshot around that pack now to catch the draft, the second behind the big draft. So they would get 2 drafts trying to get this fastest lap. They were trying to have the fastest lap so they could get that bonus point. Wow. And one of them actually did. But I'm sitting here, I'm like, I got Hocevar in my damn fantasy, and this guy's over here for 175 laps. I'm like, hey, brother. And his guy on his headset said, hey, that's enough of that. You've gotten P3 that's on the fastest lap. You're probably not going to get any faster. It's time to go. And he kept doing it. He says, you're going to lose the draft. And so when they caught the draft, they would back off. Hey, they lost the damn draft. Out there bullshitting, trying to get this point.
Unbelievable.
And
totally
lost the damn draft.
Totally ruined the fantasy.
That was freaking weird, man. That was weird. And then they started wrecking and all that shit like they normally do. But it was kind of unique dynamic. All right.
You know what he should do? He should get some BetterHelp. This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp. What do you want your 2025 story to be? In 2025, maybe you're ready for a plot twist, or maybe there's a part of your story you've been wanting to revise. Life isn't about resolutions that fade by February. It's about picking up the pen and becoming the author of your own life. Think of therapy as your editorial partner, helping you write new chapters and create the meaningful story you deserve to live. Therapy empowers you to be the best version of yourself. It isn't just for those who've experienced major trauma. BetterHelp is fully online, making therapy affordable and convenient, serving more than 5 million people worldwide. Access a diverse network of more than 30,000 credentialed therapists with a wide range of specialties. Easily switch therapists anytime at no extra cost. Write your story with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/MPW today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/MPW.
All right. Austin in the chat said it's going to be all year. That would be awesome. It's a good way to watch a race. Like if you got, especially if you got multiple TVs, like if you got a guy that you actually start liking, it's fun to watch. All right. Let's talk some football.
Let's do it.
I'm sure you talk. I didn't get a chance to listen to the show.
Football.
We're going to be brief on this. I'm not going into great giant detail here. The Big Ten and SEC kind of flex their muscle on the CFP. It's all over every show because there's not a lot to talk about in football these days. Big Ten and SEC is flexing their muscle on the CFP scheduling. Basically in 2026 when they make changes to the college football playoff. And why are they doing it? Because it's more money. Okay. And it's all about, like we've said this on this show 1,000 times, when you make it about money, that's what we're going to make it about. So they're going to actually, in this new, what they're trying to do with scheduling, SEC is probably going to go to 9 games. More than likely in 2026, not 25, 2026.
Yes.
This is all 2026.
They're going to go to 9 games also, in addition to this, because the new deal is probably going to add about $8 to $9 million per team.
Yeah, so you're almost, that's that money there. When you count that with the playoff money, these teams with a new format getting more teams in, you're looking at probably doubling the Big Ten and SEC. I've heard between 2 and 3 times, so I'm going to say 2 to be conservative, the current check that they're getting.
I'm sure the players will settle for the house settlement.
Yeah, they'll be. Hey, Neal,
there's no chance.
They're not
going to want more.
They want more.
What are they, greedy?
Hey, we already told them that revenue sharing is going to go up a little bit next year anyway.
I mean, just a little. Yeah, right. It's fine.
But look, the NCAA and college football playoff, they have no choice. They have to. I mean, pun intended, but they got to bend over and just take whatever they get, because at any given time, they're meeting again in Wednesday in New Orleans. At any given time, the Big Ten and the SEC can take their ball and go home. And they know it.
Yes.
And they're using that as leverage in negotiations as they should. That's what happens. And so that is kind of what it is.
You want to watch TCU San Diego or Coastal Carolina Kansas State or Austin P Arizona State?
Let's go. Why can't we watch Pepperdine in Utah?
We could watch Pepperdine in Utah.
I'm just joking. I don't care.
You pick a game.
You pick it.
Okay.
But here's the thing that's like, this was the interesting part. So they're talking to going, they're saying, okay, expanding the playoff could be 14. It's going to be 16. It's going to end up being more than that. But here was the interesting thing that I was going to run by you. I thought this was interesting.
Okay.
So let's say they go to 16 teams, which is what I think they will end up doing. That would create a 4. These are automatic bids. That would create 4 automatic, 4 for the Big Ten, 4 for the SEC, 2 for Big 12, 2 for ACC, and then 1 for G5. So if they go to 14, it only leaves one group of 1 at large spot, which would go in the current deal to Notre Dame if they're in the top 14. That's why I think they're going to go to 16.
You think?
Shocker. Go to 3.
You're starting to figure this thing out.
But here's the interesting thing, right? Is there was a 12-team playoff this year.
There was.
And
there'll be one next year.
And 7 of the 12 were Big Ten or SEC,
correct,
which is over 50%.
Yes.
If you go to 16 teams and you only get 4 and 4 in.
Well, that's why they'll get more than that.
That's what I'm saying. So even though they're called at-large spots,
yes,
those at-large spots, I have a feeling, are going to be geared towards the Big Ten and the SEC.
You think?
So why do we call them at-large spots?
Well, just to make everybody feel good about it all.
Okay. Is it we're playing politics?
Well, in the nicest way. I mean, when I say,
because they're not agreeing, they're not going to agree to something that's going to be less a percentage than what they had this year. So we just going to call them at large spots to make the ACC and the Big 12 feel better about themselves.
I think you can generally bet on a 16-team playoff where it's 5-5.
Okay.
2, 2, 1, and then they're saving 1 for Notre Dame. And if Notre Dame can't get it, then everybody else can fight over it.
Yeah.
But I think you can pretty much bet on 5-5 starting in 2026. My opinion. No one's told me that. I haven't worked on this story. I mean, I have talked to people over the course of the last year who will admit that, hey, this current format, they shouldn't have agreed to it, but they did. And when the new opportunity comes up after this upcoming season, they're going to flex their muscle, and I think you're seeing the flex happening right now.
I agree, and I still think this is. I still think we're heading. I would be surprised if this is not a full attempt at a break off.
Yeah, you know where I come on.
Yeah,
everybody says that, and I don't really.
Well, it's actually not as hard as you think. It's going to take a little work. It's going to take some time, but it's not as hard as you think.
it's not that it's hard.
Because they're going to get sued into oblivion in April.
Yes. The problem with it is that once you break off and you make the players employees and not students anymore, you really lose whatever is shred of sentimentality is left. It's gone at that point.
I mean, we're saying that if it exists now.
Well, there's a little bit of it still. People still hang on to a little bit of it. When there's none of it left, then you go, this is professional football.
I'm there.
Well, here's the NFL could play hardball with you if you did that, because the NFL could go, okay, well, if we're no longer obligated to not play on Saturday.
Yeah.
And the NFL could go, you know what? Starting in September, we're going to play 2 games on Saturday.
It'd be awesome.
And the colleges would lose their minds, and so
lose their money,
and they lose some of their money too.
Yes.
So yes, I think that's one of the things nobody ever really talks about is the NFL. The NFL has a little agreement that they did with Congress back in the day that they've stuck to, that if college football breaks off and becomes a business where the people who play aren't students,
then they don't have to abide by it.
Then they don't have to abide by it anymore. And if they don't have to abide by it, guess what? They won't.
No.
They don't care about protecting Ohio State, Michigan, Texas, and Florida. They just don't care.
Yeah. It's nuts. All right, moving on to basketball, then we're going to get everybody out of here. Nice little short, tight show today. I sent this to you, then I decided I want to talk about it. I was laughing uncontrollably today. And so I guess the Sun Belt, I'm assuming this is the first year. I don't remember it being like this. Maybe it was. I knew like the West Coast Conference, where Gonzaga and St. Mary's is. I know they've done it like this for years. Mm-hmm. It makes all the sense in the world if you are not one of the big conferences to do your bracket like this. The Sun Belt Conference is having a 7-day long conference tournament. Well, there's only 2 games each day. And so day 1 is seed number 11 plays seed 14, seed 12 plays seed 12 and 13 play.
Yeah.
Then they move on, and 9 and 10 play the winners of those games. And they move on, and then 7 and 6 and 7. Then all the way down into where, like, if you are the number 1 or number 2 seed, you basically, your first game is the semifinals.
Right.
And so it's just this week-long tournament all the way to the end, right? And I got to thinking about it, I was like, good God, that's got to be a nightmare to put on a tournament good luck if you're like the 12th seed of making a run, winning 7 straight games to get to March Madness, right?
You'll get your cardio in.
You get your cardio in. But if you really think about it, though, for all these teams now, especially, it's really an ingenious idea. It's come full circle. All these one-bid league teams, right? So which now, with the SEC and the Big Ten spending money in basketball, all these leagues have, instead of becoming a 2-bid league, have turned into 1-bid leagues.
Right.
So it gives their best team. It gives their best teams a chance to legitimately win the tournament, and it doesn't look bad if maybe there's a team that's 28-3.
Right.
All right. And then they lose in the championship game. They were 29-3, but they lost. It gives them they lost the championship game. Looks better to get a second team in if you have to. It kind of gives instead of them getting put out on a Tuesday and just waiting on their NIT bid. So I guess it makes sense, but I don't know why every single conference doesn't do that outside what we call the Power 4 in football. And I add the Big East in there.
Well, they'll probably start.
Yeah. I mean, wouldn't you think?
Yeah.
I mean, that makes all the sense in the world.
If you're not a multi-bid league, you want your regular season champion to go ahead and get the bid.
But Gonzaga and them been doing this that conference has been doing this for years.
Yeah.
So this was only the second conference.
Well, and also you want to maximize the regular season. You want to make it important.
Well, it is that way. It definitely does that.
For sure.
It definitely does that. All right. Let's talk about a little quick basketball weekend review. We'll just start off the top here. Auburn beats Alabama 94-85. I got a chance to watch this entire game. I never felt Alabama was even remotely in this game. I thought Auburn dominated this game from start to finish. They did cut it to 6 or whatever it was, late 7 maybe. And everybody goes, well, Alabama, when they look at the stats and they go, well, Alabama only shot 17% from the 3-point line. Well, Auburn's defense had a lot to do with that. Alabama did not have clean looks all night long. They were defended to defended. They did not have clean looks. They didn't have open looks. They took crazy shots. They took contested shots, bad shots. Just offensively, they were never in it. And then
it's almost like Auburn's really good,
brother.
It's almost like
like
Auburn is a team with 14 quad 1 wins. It's almost like Auburn's a team that's lost twice. at Duke and home against Florida, two teams that if the tournament were seeded today would be 1 seeds.
Well, I thought they were going to split. You know what I mean? I thought Alabama would win at home. Dude, they never were in it. I mean, they were never in the game.
Well,
From the first, they get 2 threes in the first 2 possessions. It was over. Like they never even got closer than that.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It never felt like Alabama was even had a chance to get the crowd involved or anything like that. A few times, but yeah, Auburn completely dominated that game. Like, damn.
Oh, we're going to Canada USA rematch on Thursday.
I'm excited. I can't
Hell
wait.
yeah. We're going to turn that into a damn Rocky Balboa, Ivan Drago brawl.
That'd be Russia. Who's Canada's guy?
I don't know.
Trudeau.
Whoever the one of
Rocky and Trudeau.
We had 3 fights before the first 10 seconds the other day. Did you see the fights?
No.
You didn't?
Mm-mm.
Oh, yeah. So they're playing the nation's face-off. I'm surprised you didn't see this. And the U.S. and Canada played, and all the Canadians booed the U.S. anthem.
Mm.
And before the match started, literally in the first 10 seconds, 3 total square-offs.
Okay.
Brawls.
Let's go.
Both Kachuk brothers got in fights. So we had.
What about Chuck Norris? He show up?
He should have, because we had that happen, and then you had the president in the Beast on Daytona 500 and flying around. It was a pretty patriotic weekend. I mean, if you're into that, if you're into patriotism, and if you're not, that's okay.
I did not.
I don't want to offend anyone. I want to be careful not to offend anyone.
Okay. Looking for, make sure nobody's offended.
You're good. I don't want that.
But yeah,
I want everyone to feel comfortable listening to the show.
Alabama. Somebody said in the chat. Karina Brazil said that in the Cooper Chevrolet chat said that Alabama looks like they forced the ball off it. Yeah, that's what it looked. It looked like they were stressing to get a bucket, and Auburn was just woo. No stress.
Auburn stresses you off defensively. When they're dialed in, they stress you offensively, and they make you look very, what's the word I'm looking for? Kind of
pedestrian.
Well, they make you look a little frantic offensively.
Well, they did that. That's exactly what it looked like. All right, Florida rolls over South Carolina. No surprise here. 88-67, pretty much dominated the game as usual. Tennessee comes back and beats Vandy 81-76. Vandy led this game the entire game till the end. Like, Vandy was in control of this game for a long time, and then Tennessee came back. I thought Vandy was going to get – Vandy had a double-digit lead for a lot of this game, and Tennessee comes back and wins. I thought Tennessee would win, but I thought it'd be a little bit easier than that. Got to give Vandy credit on the road, which Vandy hasn't played well on the road, and they did play well for about 34 minutes. Texas A&M beat Arkansas. This game was a good game.
Yeah.
Back and forth game. You know, Texas A&M kind of extended late. Texas A&M had a couple of runs where they got some leads, but Arkansas always kept this game close. Again, it was kind of a close game to the end, a typical college basketball game in the last 4 minutes. Texas A&M kind of extended it out. And then a game that I actually called. I told somebody said, man, you called that Kentucky Texas game. I said, yeah, I also said Alabama was going to beat Auburn. But Texas does beat Kentucky at home. Big win for Texas in their future endeavors over Kentucky, and all of a sudden puts a big makes this game against Vandy coming up on Wednesday really big for Kentucky. But Texas beats Kentucky 82-78. Game, it was back and forth the whole game, but it's the same thing. They can't stop anybody, dog. Like they struggle with people who can play inside. So, you know, kind of is what it is. And then Kentucky's banged up. They got to get guys back or just wasting breath.
Yeah, they're
banged up bad.
Missing the point guard hurts them.
It does.
I mean,
particularly on
not
defense.
to make an excuse for them, but that would apply to most teams. You lose your starting point guard and things.
Probably their best defender
On a team that doesn't have a lot of defenders, right?
Mississippi State beats Ole Miss 81-71. That game didn't feel that close.
It wasn't.
Just never got in it.
State played well. Ole Miss didn't.
Yeah, I mean, bottom line.
Sometimes it's just not as complicated. There's a lot of talk about, complacency and which team played harder and all that. And, Chris Beard was very unhappy with his team. That was obvious afterwards. But I think you got to give Chris Jans and his team a lot of credit. I thought they played really well.
Yeah, thought they played well. Ole Miss didn't, and it was never a game. Missouri flexed their muscle, beat Georgia 87-74. Missouri's good.
Really good.
And look, a lot of people just gloss over that. Georgia's played really well at home, and they controlled that game. Never felt like they were in danger. Missouri's good. And then the surprise for me, LSU goes to Oklahoma. Oklahoma knew it was a big spot, and they get beat 82-79 at home.
Yeah.
That's tough. That's a tough outlook for Oklahoma from here on out.
I won't say I predicted it, but I wasn't surprised by it. Oklahoma's been slumping lately. They haven't played well. There's been a lot of disgruntled people around that program, and LSU on the flip side has played really hard. They've been consistent with their effort, and they played really hard up there and broke through. You know, if you look at their last couple of games, I guess, you know, they played Ole Miss really close, down to the last second, really. They played Arkansas close for about 34 minutes or so, and then they go to Norman and win. That's a killer for OU, by the way. Just a absolute nail in coffin.
Yeah, that's right.
And it's got a lot of people up there asking questions about the future of Porter Moser.
Yeah, been a rough start to the SEC run for the Sooners. All right, Oklahoma, the midweek preview games going on starting Tuesday. Oklahoma is at Florida. I think Florida rolls in that one.
Yes.
Good game here. Texas A&M at Mississippi State.
Really solid game.
Really solid game.
Big opportunity for Mississippi State.
Huge.
After beating Ole Miss, a real chance for them to get to the plus side in the SEC that would put them at 7-6. A&M is just this consistent. You know what you're going to get with them. You're going to get 40 minutes of focus. They're going to be relentless on you. And I thought what they did against Arkansas the other day was that game had gotten to 50-50, and they, out of a timeout, completely changed their defense for about 2-3 possessions, and it rattled Arkansas. They just couldn't figure out how to get a shot, kept trying to move the ball around, missed buckets, and then A&M got a couple of possessions in transition, scored. Wade Taylor the fourth, he's
good.
I don't know whether he'll ever have a dribble in the NBA. I kind of doubt it. But you talk about a gutty,
he's fun to watch,
determined, confident college guard. It's him.
Yeah. I like A&M. That's probably for me. There's two games I'm really excited about watching. This is one of them. All right, South Carolina at LSU. The only people watching are parents.
Sure.
In that game, and then we go to Wednesday. Vandy's at Kentucky.
Mm-hmm.
Big spot for both. It's a big game for both teams.
Yeah.
Can't lose that at home at Kentucky, and then if Vandy wins, it puts a nice little star on the resume on the road that they haven't had.
It'd give them a season sweep. Yep.
All right. Arkansas at Auburn. I don't like the Razorbacks' chances in this one.
It's almost like Auburn's good.
It's almost like they can play basketball down there on the plains right now.
Yeah.
And the game that I'm all in.
Mm-hmm.
Go get some questions answered about the old Crimson Tide.
Yeah.
Brother, they got embarrassed at home. Any way you look at it, they got embarrassed at home, and now they got to go on the road, and it's not. And they got to play the Missouri Tigers, who've lost They lost one game at home. They kind of play pretty good up there, and they're pretty good.
They really shoot it well. They defend well. They're good.
I'm all in on this game.
Dennis Gates has done a terrific job.
This is probably
they went 0-18 in the league last year.
This is probably going to be my game of the week midweek I want to watch.
Grind says Arkansas plus the points for him.
Well, I mean, depends on what it is.
I would think that line's probably going to be around 10.
Yeah, I'm not betting. Yeah, but I'm not betting against Auburn. Just can't do it.
Okay.
Not betting again. Just won't bet the game.
What does Auburn have at their concession stand?
Ooh, we can do that. I'm just going to start doing them everywhere we go.
So, Grind says Bama covers easy at Mizzou. Oh
no.
Out there today, boy. He's putting it out there, Grind is.
I'm glad Grind said that. Let me look at
Are lines out yet?
No, they shouldn't be. Should be tomorrow morning usually. Tomorrow, Kim Palm has, let me see. Kim Palm has Mississippi State beating Texas A&M 72-71.
Wow.
Where is Alabama? And
Grind has been hitting Auburn money lines
that's the
and
next day.
spreads. He has.
Alabama, I was going to say it's going to be, they have, Ken Palm has Missouri winning 86-85.
A couple blowouts. All right. What's he got in the Auburn game?
So
that's going to be a hint on the line here.
All right. The Auburn game is Auburn 85-68.
Ooh, 17 points. I wonder how. So you might get 13.5 points on the line. That would be a big number.
Yeah, that's huge. That's a big number. That's a huge number. All right. We're going to close this thing up. I got a question for you.
Okay.
As we sit today, what do you think the NCAA tournament number is for SEC?
Okay. Hold on.
Pull out your nets.
Yes. I've had a lot going on.
12.
So I've been taking a lot of notes on different topics, and so I'll tell you who I think's in. All right. Auburn, Tennessee, Florida, Alabama, Texas A&M, Kentucky, Ole Miss, Missouri, Mississippi State, Texas, to me, all in.
Okay, that's 10.
That's it. They're in. South Carolina, LSU, Oklahoma are out.
Okay.
I think Georgia and Arkansas are likely out. And I think Vanderbilt is absolutely like, if there were a fence.
They're a bubble team.
Vanderbilt is stuck right in the middle of the fence. Just not sitting on it in pain, standing on the fence, trying to get its balance one way or the other.
And if they win, they find a way to win.
They have a huge week this week. They have a huge week. They go to Kentucky, and they're home against Ole Miss. If they win one of those games, I like their chances. If they lose them both, not so much. If they win them both, they're in. They can punch their ticket. This is a big week for them.
So here's my question to you.
And I think both of those games for Vanderbilt are winnable, and I think both of those games for Vanderbilt are losable.
Whoever doesn't get in the NCAA tournament,
yes,
when it comes time, here in a month, do the other ones automatically go? Do they all get bids to the NIT? Do you have a perfect season of all 16 teams getting in the NIT?
No, I don't think SC would make it. I don't think LSU would make it. I don't think Oklahoma would accept it.
Well, here's my next.
Georgia, Arkansas, Vandy, at this point, if they didn't get in, would all have NIT bids, yes.
All right, because here's my question. With rev share coming in, are the schools going to make the teams play if they can make money? You know how usually they would opt out?
Yeah. I don't know that you make enough on NIT to fool with it. Like, if you talk to people that
I don't know.
Yeah, if you talk to schools that do NIT, they'll tell you that
they don't make $100,000.
No, it's usually a losing proposition. A lot of times you do it because you don't lose enough to not do it.
If you have a home game, you probably make money, I imagine.
I mean, if you fill it up, but you got to pay the NIT, and so you're not making much. And then so if you got a bunch of guys going, I'm opting out, I don't want to play.
Well, I can tell you this: if they're losing money, they're not going to play.
Yeah.
But that's what I was thinking is like, okay, in this world that we're in rev share, doesn't the NIT have to come up with something that provides incentive for teams to play, which is making money? Because in rev share, the days of going, hey, you're invited to NIT, you're going to be on ESPN, but you're going to lose $50,000 in this process, teams aren't going to do that.
No.
That's what I'm saying is like.
Yeah, I think if you made the NIT do that, they'd close shop.
Well, they may have to close shop anyway if this costs some teams money.
Well, it very well could. I mean, you know, there's this move afoot to expand the tournament, and if that happens, that will be the end of the NIT. Or the NIT will. I think what the NIT will eventually become is a preseason, like 32-team tournament.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, where you compete for something and there's a bigger cash prize for the players.
Same thing in football. I don't know I can't remember who that was that suggested that. We talked about it a long time ago. I think it'd be awesome for football in week 0 games, for the bowl games that usually don't have, if you're the Poulon Weeders Independence Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
How about having Ole Miss versus Iowa
in Shreveport
in week 0 in Shreveport, doing those preseason games for the lower tournaments? The Mobile Bowl, Alabama versus whoever.
I think the school's argument would be, we'll take Ole Miss and Iowa, for example. Ole Miss's argument, Iowa's argument would be, why the hell would we take if we're going to have that game? Yeah, but you'd rather have it on the campuses. Iowa would much rather have an SEC school come up there and do the hospital thing. Ole Miss would rather have a Big Ten school come down and do all the stuff in the Grove and all that than have to load up everybody and go to
yeah, I mean, there's ways you could do it. You
go
could
to
call it the
Shreveport.
Independence Bowl in Oxford, whatever it is. There's a way.
I mean, you could do something like that.
I think that'd be really good for everybody financially.
I think where it's going, pretty obvious. 9-game conference schedule, and the SEC and the Big Ten are going to have a deal where somebody plays each other every year. They're going to play another game every year, and it's going to have a separate TV contract that pays more money.
Did you say money?
I did.
So you're saying there's going to be 9 SEC games, so we're going to add money there.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going to add more money to this SEC Big Ten Challenge.
That's correct.
So you're saying what you're trying to tell me is the days of playing Little Sisters Married to the Poor twice, we're going to substitute that for another SEC game and another Big Ten game?
That is precisely what I'm saying. I don't know what you ate in the shrimp, but the shrimp worked.
So you're saying that instead of having to pay those two schools between $1 and $2 million to come play me, I'm going, so instead of losing $2 million, so instead of losing $4 million, I'm going to make 25.
Yeah, I don't know whether this is a testament to your ability to interpret what I'm saying, or if this is a testament to my ability to communicate a message. But either way, yes, that is correct.
Wow.
I am saying that.
Wow.
And in that scenario,
that makes sense.
In that scenario, you know who else wins?
The fans.
They do.
And so you're telling me this is also a win for the fans?
I'm telling you that if I were to ask 100 Iowa fans, hey, would you like to see Iowa play Eastern Michigan or at home, or would you like to see Iowa play an SEC school at home? I would say they would all say, I want to see an SEC school at home. And the only pushback will come from people who goes, well, you're trading a win for a loss. And my response to that is, well, if you're professional football, you should play other professional football teams, not amateur teams. The Pittsburgh Steelers, they don't ever play Eastern Michigan.
Nope.
They play the Browns.
Nope.
They play the Texans.
They Browns twice.
They don't play UCF. They play Tampa Bay. So I think that's where I just think it's where it's headed. I don't think it makes sense. If you're gonna be pro, be pro. That's where it's headed.
Yeah, no, it is. The only thing I was kind of not surprised is not the right word. I was just surprised there wasn't more discussion about it. Obviously, they're trying to change the college football playoff. Obviously, no shit.
Yeah.
The reason in order to make money, the reason they have to change the playoff with the SEC, Big Ten, automatic qualifiers, and all that stuff, the reason they have to is because the way it's set up this past year, SEC was never going to go to 9 games.
Right.
Because it was a race to 10.
That's correct.
And it was very evident. People can say what they want to. I believe we said on this show way back in the summer, everybody's like, well, I don't know yet. It was a race to 10 the whole year. Didn't matter who you played. Did not matter who you played.
Certainly appears to be the case.
It was, can you get to 10?
Yes. Appears to be the case.
Didn't matter who you played. So was the only team that won 10 that got left out was Miami? Is that correct?
I'll take your word for it.
I
know that no SEC team that didn't win 10 got in.
I think so. I think Miami was the only team that won 10 that got left out.
Okay.
And that was because of they wouldn't have got left out, I don't think. I think they would have put them in over Alabama if Clemson had lost to SMU. I think they would have put them in.
How about that?
So it is what it is. That's all I got today, boss.
That's where we're headed, though. And look, if that's where we're headed, it's good news for the fans. It's bad news for coaches. Coaches aren't going to like it. They're going to lose more games, be more people clamoring for coaches being fired and all that stuff.
1.
But for the fans, it's a win. I mean, if you're going to travel from Mobile to Tuscaloosa and spend, $600 a night on a hotel and wait in line for food and all the things that you do, and who would you rather see them play, Michigan State or Central Michigan?
Oh, there's no doubt. But here's the
see a game.
Here's the other thing is I was joking with somebody today. I said, the Power 5 coaches are going to get some of that Group of 5 life. So when you're a Group of 5 coach, you play 4 games a year, you can't win.
Yeah.
So you're starting a year off 0-4.
Yeah.
Now, if you get an upset or, And some of the ADs were very friendly, and they got away from that, and they started giving you one FCS opponent and then playing like a – so really, technically, in the group of 5 world, you've been playing one game that you're going to win, and then 3 you're going to lose probably for the last – or 2 that you're going to lose, and then 1 that's like an SEC Big Ten game because you're playing Sunbelt MAC or you're playing – you know what I'm saying? Like you're playing – I remember we played La Tech when I was at South. And so you're playing a team against a comparable conference and then 2 money games and then an FCS opponent. But, you know, for 100 years before that, really before probably 2015, when I was at Arkansas State when the Sun Belt first started, okay, when the Sun Belt first started at Arkansas State, we first went there from Northwestern State. It was only a 6-team league. And so, or 17 league that you played 6 conference games. Well, everybody had to play 6 money games, and they played 6 money games. And so, like North Texas, they won the league the first 2 years, and they went 6-6, but they went undefeated in the league play and lost all 6. But they were 6 money games.
This will make it where when the game you sacrifice yourself for money, you will literally just be highest bidder. Yeah. You will put your L on the market, and whoever pays the most for it. We'll get it.
It used to suck. You'd be the 3rd place team in the league. You go 4-2, which is a good year. If you're the 3rd place SEC team, it's a good year. 3rd place Big Ten team, great year. 3rd place ACC team, good year. Brother, if you were a 3rd place team in the Sun Belt, you probably went 4-8.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just everybody's wanting you fired, and you're like, guys, you know.
Yeah.
We had to go out and we played Virginia Tech, Illinois, freaking whoever we played. We played everybody. It was,
we would have practiced
terrible.
more. We would have practiced more. You would have won.
Oh,
what was that?
brother.
Prepare your team. All right, we'll be back on Thursday with another edition of McCready and Siskey, powered by Rain Total Body Fuel. And when we do, I need to tell you about something else, though, real quick.
I got to tell you about something, too.
I forgot to tell you about this. I did. I can't believe this. Are you ready to optimize your nutrition this year?
Yes.
Well, Factor has chef-made gourmet meals that make eating well easy.
Okay.
They're dietitian approved. They're ready to heat and eat in 2 minutes. So you can fuel right and feel great no matter what life throws at you. Factor arrives fresh and fully prepared, perfect for any active, busy lifestyle. You want to lose up to 8 pounds in 8 weeks?
Damn.
Well, Factor Keto Meals will do it. Based on a randomized, controlled clinical trial with Factor Keto, results will vary depending on diet and exercise. With 40 options across 8 dietary preferences on the menu each week, it's easy to pick meals tailored to your goals. So choose from preferences like Calorie Smart, Protein Plus, or Keto. Factor can also help make you feel your best all day with wholesome smoothies, breakfast, grab-and-go snacks, and more add-ons. Reach your goals this year with ingredients you can trust and convenience that simply can't be beat. Eat smart with Factor. Get started at factormeals.com/factorpodcast and use code FACTORPODCAST to get 50% off your first box, plus free shipping. That's code FACTORPODCAST, one word, at factormeals.com/factorpodcast to get 50% off plus free shipping on your first box. And listen, to celebrate your Factor meal, you need a beer from Parish Brewing Company.
Ooh, Ghost in the Machine.
Yeah, you can get a Dr. Juice.
Dr. Juice.
Ghost in the Machine.
Ghost.
Envy.
Boo.
Oh, yeah. Boo. Exactly. Got so much there. Cane Break. Wherever you get your beer, ask for Parish Brewing Company. You will not be disappointed. And if you're like, hey, listen, I kind of would like something to help me relax. But I don't want a beer. Easy. And I love beer.
Easy.
But if you're like, hey, I don't want the calories of a beer right now. Okay, that's fine. I have
understand it.
I have something for you. Easy Hemp Co. Easy. Can I say we're not? You're still
whatever.
You're still
we're on
kicked
Instagram.
off.
We're good.
Hey, you're missing out, TikTok.
Haha, TikTok.
Take that, TikTok.
Get you some of that. We'll be back tomorrow, though.
We'll be careful again. Tomorrow they'll become vitamins. Easy is a hemp-infused sparkling water. It's a guilt-free alcohol alternative. It's a natural way to relax, unwind. It's all natural.
I think I got Laura on board, by the way, while you were up here a minute ago.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Congratulations.
Oh, that's good. Maybe good for me. With real fruit, no added sugar, low calorie. It's gluten-free. One 12-ounce can of Easy has 3 milligrams of THC. With Easy, it's easy to avoid that gummy scare. Control your experience. So change the can, not the ritual.
Nope.
It's easy. Visit easyhempco.com to view the Easy Finder.
Easy
to find
Finder.
Easy near you.
I used it.
Tyler's used it. And if he can use it, anyone can.
It's really an easy finder if I can use it.
Easy is Farm Bill compliant with
is.
hemp derived from THC CBD extracts. It's for people 21 and older.
That's it. Don't be 20, 21.
21. And enjoy responsibly. For God's sake, whatever you do,
Hey, just
be
one.
responsible.
Just letting you guys know. Start off with one.
And again, we've been brought to you. You wash all that down with a Rain. From
Woo!
Rain Total Body Fuel, 300 milligrams of natural
When you
caffeine.
need to get jacked back up.
BCAAs, electrolytes, zero sugar. It's got what you need to push the limits and achieve every single one of your goals. Check them out on Instagram at Rain Body Fuel to learn more.
You know what, Scoops?
What?
If you get lost after, sometimes you
had a beer.
may have had a beer,
You
you
had-
had an easy.
you had an
And if you're
easy.
while you're waiting on the rain to kick in
Yeah.
and you're just lost, you can discover Garmin
Yes.
at PTG Outdoors. From cycling to running watches to tax indoor cycling, Garmin brings innovation to your fitness journey. You can track health metrics, explore maps, enjoy GPS precision for cycling, golf, and outdoor adventures. You can dive deeper with swim tracking and train smarter with dog tracking tools. And you can monitor performance on land and water. Explore Garmin's range, including smartwatches, scales, and advanced off-road instruments, available now at ptgoutdoors.com. And Scoop, in the event that you're like, you throw down an Easy and a ghosting machine and a Rain,
Yeah.
and you go, by God, I'm ready to go buy a car.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go buy a car. Go to Kia of Meridian. Big savings are happening now at Kia of Meridian. You can get $10,000 in rebates and 0% financing on select vehicles. Plus,
Yeah.
for a limited time, we're matching your down payment. That's right, matching your down payment up to $2,500. That means more car for your money all month long. Don't wait. These deals won't last long. Visit Kia of Meridian today. Kia of Meridian, with great deals, drive home with you. Give them a call at area 601-483-6444. And don't forget, I bet right now, if you go to Kia Meridian, you buy a new vehicle, or you just happen to go to County Line Campers and you get that Yeti filled up, I bet they'd drop some Easy and some ghosting machine in it for you. I bet they would.
I bet they would.
Or if you go to Kia Meridian, you can spin the wheel.
Spin it.
And win awesome prizes like a PS5, an Xbox, a TV, and more. So check them out. Kia Meridian.
You could walk out of Kia Meridian with an Xbox and a Telluride.
I mean, what are we doing?
I mean, that's as good as it gets.
And then you can take your Yeti cooler that you got from County Line Campers, and you can put it in the back of your Telluride.
in the very back.
Yeah, in the very back, full of Easy and ghosting machine. You could. I'm just saying.
Don't mix all that. Just wait.
Yeah.
Wait till you get to a spot.
Wait till you get to a spot. But yes, no, the Easy is a big hit though. I've recommended it. They got a customer me. Sleep well, brother. Sleep well.
How about that?
I mean, how about that? Brother, I was out. It's great.
You talked Laura into it?
I think so.
Okay.
I think so.
You explained to her she can't have like a
I told her one.
gin and tonic
Nope.
first.
One. Start off with one.
Okay.
It'll get your mind right though.
All right. We'll be back on Thursday with another edition of McCready and Siskey, powered by our friends at Rain Total Body Fuel. Until then, thanks to everybody in the stream for playing along, and we will see you on Thursday. Take care. Bye.
Appreciate you guys as always.